Happy Wednesday. Big hump day to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Well, Mary Morrison, this is your word for the year. So and we did not see any birthdays. So if it's your birthday, let us know in the chats. So we got a big day too, by the way. Um, Several things lined up. Hope to see you tonight on the Millionaire Mentorship if you're a part of our company. So, intentionality. So the definition, here we go. It's the practice of living, choosing, and acting on purpose rather than by default. It means that it's deliberate with your thoughts, with your action, with your time, with your energy. So at its core, here's what it was. As I looked into it, like intentionality is about asking yourself, like, is this aligned with who I want to be? Is this moving me towards what really matters? So I don't know about you, but sometimes I fall off track and I end up letting the tail wag the dog analogy. You ever been there where you're like, this is not what I really want to do. This is probably not the person I really want to be talking to. But for some reason, I'm getting caught up in it and it's distracting me from where I want to go, right? Have you ever been there? Like I always say, and I learned this from my mentor, it's like surround yourself with the right people. If you want to be negative, then surround yourself with about five negative people and watch what you turn into. If you want to be positive, surround yourself with some positive people. Watch what you turn into. So I got to be intentional. And I found myself at times letting the negative people wag me through my life, right? You ever think about that, Eric? Where you look up and you're like, I'm having a lot of conversation with this person and they're pretty super negative. Is that aligned with what I want during the day? And my mentor was like, shame on you, Brent. It's your fault. You're allowing yourself to do that. And so I have to fight to keep what I want aligned with my values, my beliefs, where I'm headed. And quite frankly, Darlene, which by the way, Darlene, that sits in her chair in Alabama, an Alabama cover up, but she's got the Georgia Bulldogs in the background. That's right, Darlene. I know my people. So here's the deal. Without intentionality, life tends to drift. We react instead of lead. We fill our days with noise instead of meaning. And I believe, like I see Coach Bibb sitting there, I believe when you get serious about where you want to go, whether I'm a coach leading a team or I'm a person leading my own value system, and I'm like, you know what? I want to start my day with some positive movement. Then you're going to create and surround yourself with more intentionality, your time becomes more valuable. If I'm going to spend 15 minutes to start, the coach's corner's got to serve me. If it don't, I need to think about what I'm doing because I don't get this 15 minutes back. Your decisions with intentionality becomes more clear. Here's what I want to do, right? It's kind of like my business of networking, right? Like if you look at our profession, we only get paid to invite and present. So if I'm spending my days on the phone all day with Andrea, just chit chatting, I don't get paid for that. Like I have to spend my days intentionally focused on the right things. So To me, my results become more consistent when I have intention. Just like with my health, like I've been someone that has fought the health journey of putting on weight, taking it all, putting on weight, pretty much my entire 50-year life experience. But right now, I made a decision and I'm really working hard to keep that decision of I'm going to be intentional with my health goals. Like I'm going to get out and move my body every day. I didn't say I was going to run a marathon every day, but I'm going to move my body every day. I'm going to do strength training. I'm going to try to work hard to put the right foods in my body. So I want to be intentional about that. And here's the last thing. Intentionality is the difference between helping things or hoping things work out, excuse me, and designing a life that does. So I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to turn it to Andrea. It's been several years ago, like because I've been in business for myself for a long time. There was a portion of time, Rose, where I hoped my business worked out. Like I hoped Pat Ogden would work today. I hope that Leanne would do what she needed to do today. I hope that Eric was motivated today. And man, that's a scary thing when you got to put your hope on someone else. And then years ago, I learned the craft, the art of I don't have to hope anymore because I know how to do it. I can design it myself. And then once that happened, I realized, man, I've got a skill that'll pay me for the rest of my life if I choose. Completely different when you build with that intentional build. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you on this Wednesday, but that's my thought around intentionality. Love the word.
Great, great word. So I thought this was powerful. So thank you so much, Mary, for the word. So Tony Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, results follow. And so it's all about let's just be intentional with our focus. So what I looked into is how can we live with more intentionality when we live in a beautiful world full of other people's priorities, right? Constant distractions, like constant. I mean, it's hard to focus to it truly in this space because we've got phones in our hand that are constantly making noises. We're surrounded by other people with their priorities, all of the things. So it's hard. It takes some intentionality to live with intentionality. So what I looked into is okay, how do we do this in a world that is busy and crazy and there's all these things that are just vying for our attention. So first of all, start your day before the world starts you. And what does that mean? Well, I wake up with my own priorities. So I don't instantly pick this up. Anybody else guilty? Like the first thing that you do is you pick up your phone and you see what all you missed. Well, some of us go to bed a little early. Okay, that's me. And so I pick up my phone. I could first thing in the morning, and I would have all of these other people's priorities from the messages they sent me once I'd already gone to bed. And if I kick my day off that way, well, then I kick my day off distracted and going with their focus, not necessarily mine. So if I can just take 5 minutes, maybe even 10, where I decide what I'm going to do today, how I'm going to kick off my day. Am I going to kick off my day with text messages or the Bible? Well, I get to decide if I'm intentional about it. Next is to choose my top three daily priorities, just three. What are the things that are most important to me to get done today? Not my 27 item to-do list, right? We all have that long to-do list that we all have to have, to get through our day. Maybe not Terry anymore because now he's retired. Congratulations. But whatever that to-do list is, but I pick the things that are the three most important things to me today. So maybe that's connecting with my kids or my person. Maybe that's making three phone calls. whatever it may be, but I decide what the three most important things are, and they go to the top of the list instead of the bottom. Next is to audit my yeses. You guys have heard me talk. If you've been a part of the Coach's Corner for more than 15 minutes, you've heard me talk about the book, The Best Yes. It's one of my most favorite books in the entire world. It's probably a book I need to read again. So good reminder right there, Rosser. But it talks about how every yes that we make, we're saying no to something else. So if I'm saying yes to making sure I make it to the gym, well, I'm saying no to maybe some couch time or some TV time. If I'm saying yes to going, I don't know, on an adventure, well, I'm saying no to saving some of that money, right? Everything is there's balance in that. So if I'm saying yes, I've got to realize that it is a trade. So I've got to make sure that it's worth what it costs me. So that adventure, is it really that important to me, or is maybe putting a little bit more aside for my eventual, retirement or my whatever that looks like? Like I've got to figure out what the trade is. Number three is to create micro moments of presence. So, what does that mean? That means I put my phone down. That means that I look people in the eye and I'm intentional with how I am focusing on it. It means that I feel the bubbles when I'm washing the dishes in that moment instead of that click, click, click. I don't know if you guys have that where our brains are so busy. I bet you do, where I'm doing one thing, but I'm thinking about 47 other things and I'm losing all of the intentionality in that moment. Next is to align my habits with my identity. So if I'm a person that wants to be healthy, and that is my intentionality as being a healthy person, well, I better make sure that my habits include some healthy ones and not just all the quote fun ones. So I make sure I'm moving my body and drinking the water and eating the protein and all the other stuff, taking the supplements, whatever it may be, because I am aligned with being someone who takes care of my body. And then lastly, end my day with a quick check-in. And not being judgmental of myself because we get enough of that, right? We beat ourselves up enough, but just being aware in that moment. Did I live today on purpose? Did I live today leaning into that intentionality, or did I get distracted and kind of had a whole bunch of accidental moments, right? Where I didn't necessarily align with who I want to be? Because the truth is, intentionality is not about doing more or focusing in a different space. It's about doing what matters on purpose. So I love this one, Mary. Thank you so much for this word. This was a good one for this Wednesday hump day.
It was amazing. And Cynthia Murray, I'm so excited for you. We're going to unmute Cynthia. She's wanted to do a solo this morning. She's got a song around intentionality. So, Cynthia, April Fool. I'm just kidding.
I
I
can
had to
see her
do it.
face.
I
I'm
had to.
like,
It's
what are
April
you
Fool.
doing to
It's
this
April
poor
Fool. So
Cynthia?
sorry. Cynthia's like, I'm out of here. She's cutting her camera off. So just kidding, Cynthia. Love you guys. Have a great Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Hey, love you
I love
guys.
you
Love
Thanks.
guys. Have
you
a
guys.
beautiful
Great
day.
job this
Okay,
morning.
great. Thanks, Jola.
You
Yes.
Bye.
too.
Thank
You
Good,
you.
too.
good.
Thank you,
Have a
Coach
Bye-bye.
and
good day out
Andrea.
there.
You
Thank
too.
you
Have a
so
great
much.
day.